Hey, Paul. So, you mentioned in your Tesla video, towards about the back half of your video, you were mentioning about why you do this, why you're on YouTube, what brought you to YouTube, and I found it very intriguing. I, as I may have mentioned in the past, I'm a vlogger as well, and I'm not popular. Not a lot of people know me. That's fine. I'm not. I don't care. But when I got started on YouTube, I was just kind of looking to find a community, talk to people, things like that. But it again, it really wasn't the reason I went on there, but I wanted to. At the time, I was single. I just didn't. I was kind of. I was just I lived with my stepbrother at the time. I just wasn't. Nothing was really going on for me. But I made videos. I I just wanted to track my life. And I had a moment there when I'm like, oh, this would be cool to like, talk to people and such. But it at the end of the day, it wasn't why I was doing it. And I'm married. Like this was back in 2006 when I started YouTube vlogging. But now, these years later, I'm married, obviously, and I don't have kids, but I have obviously family like brothers and sisters and things like that where I can leave my family with something. Not a lot of people agree with my vlogging. My dad doesn't approve of it because he thinks it's kind of dirty laundry, that whole thing. But uh, I have a lot of people kind of in my ear sometimes. My wife doesn't mind it because I don't really talk about real deep stuff, but she's even on here from time to time in my videos, but she doesn't mind it. But I did this for me. So, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I can go back and look at my life. I can go back and look at how much I've changed as a person, for better or for worse. I can just see the change in myself. I can see the change in myself from, gosh, you know, back from 2006 right now. And I I found your video so intriguing because I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that's why you started. I didn't understand at that time. Like everyone's just kind of wanting clicks and things like that. I didn't know you back then. Obviously I don't know you personally, but throughout the years you've been doing your vlogs, and it just I watch you because you're a real person. You don't you don't you don't fake it till you make it. You don't put on a show for anyone. You speak from your heart. You speak from your mind, and it's a wonderful thing to see. Um, I find it so intriguing. It's like a vault for me. And as I mentioned, I don't have kids, but I can watch them. If my family is interested, they can watch them. See the things were going through at the time, things I was talking about in my life. Um, just see me for all of me, for better or for worse. And that's why I do this. And I've told you in the past that I thought we had a lot in common, a ton in common. And you making this video, uh, man, it was just, I felt so inspired to make this video to tell you that I'm not alone in feeling that way. I don't know if everyone feels that way when they vlog, why they're doing it and how they're doing it. And I felt inspired to tell you the reasons why I decided to do this as well. And I just find it, you know, I just find it really, really cool that there's someone out there that did it for the same reasons that I did it for all those years ago. I thought maybe sometimes I was crazy to think that, leaving behind a piece of your life on YouTube and letting it all kind of hang out there. Who you are as a person, how you think, how you feel, how you communicate with people. I've always told people this as well. Yes, I do this for me, and 0 people can watch this video. But if there's someone that comes across this video, just one person, and it helps them in some way, that's fantastic. There are tons of people in the world that are going through something, whether it's depression or a problem with something in their life. And if I or anyone else, or even you, Paul, that are going through the same thing, and you talk about it, and you're going through the same thing, they can connect to you and not feel so alone in whatever they're going through, big or small. And, I have people ask me, well, you make YouTube videos, but why don't you just put them on private? And it's for that reason. You never know who you're going to touch. And your videos is that reason as well. But I just pointed out, you say so many things. You say so many thought-provoking things that I connect to and that have changed me. Your morning manifest. I mean, we can talk about that all day. I've told you before in my other responses that helped me, that changed me in a lot of different ways. It made me think differently. Man, you've helped me in so many ways without even knowing it. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, as I believe you do, from what I can tell. And man, I can't believe how much we have in common, but just know that none of your videos are boring. I can't imagine the people that you've impacted. I mean, look at your following. And I know that wasn't, you weren't looking to get recognized. You did it for yourself, as you said, but you've impacted so many people. And you have to know that that's the reason why you're loved. And that's the reason why so many people adore who you are and like you just for who you are. It's okay that you get emotional. It's okay that you can talk for hours, and you find that you feel like that you're boring people. You're not, because you're real, you're raw, you just speak what's on your mind. And I love that about you. A lot of people do not understand vlogging. As I mentioned, my dad doesn't understand it. The a lot of the older generation doesn't understand that, and even some people in this generation don't understand it, and I get that. But I've also said that this acts like a therapy for me, and I'm sure it's the same for you. I I know I keep repeating myself and kind of going around a circle here, but I me and you have a lot in common. I've always connected to you in that way. Um, so I thank you for making your videos. I thank you for doing what you do. I mean, you're just a very unique individual. A very unique individual. And I've never listened or talked to someone quite as unique as you. Um, I'm sitting out here in Phoenix, Arizona, enjoying the lakeside here, and I'm I just I'm thankful for so many things in my life, and um, you remind me of that every single day when you come on here and vlog, because um, you are such a passionate person, and I'm a very passionate person as well. Sometimes I let emotions get the better of myself, better or for worse, and man, I'm yeah. And you asked the question, like why why whoever you were talking to on the video, why I stuck around, and why I continued to watch you throughout all these years, all these 16 years or whatever it's been. You are real. You are absolutely real, Paul. Um, and there's nothing better than watching someone that's real. You get so many people on YouTube who are just out there trying to make money, and that's their goal in life. And I'm not judging them. I'm not telling them that's wrong. I mean, that's good for them. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but and people can be genuine and make money at the same time. I'm not saying, again, I'm not I'm not saying that's bad. But when you can just have a conversation with people like they're right there on camera, whether it's a live or a recorded video, and you can connect to someone like that. I mean, I sit there and watch your videos, and it's like we're all in the same room, just talking amongst each other. It's so cool, Paul. It's really cool. But I I just I've always thought of my channel in particular as a vault, as a time capsule for my life. Whether zero people watch my video, whether one person watches my video, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be there for people to watch 30 years from now. This is assuming YouTube is still around then. I'm sure it will be, and that's assuming that they don't make us pay for YouTube, subscription service or something, which is a little frightening, but you never know. I'm just throwing stuff off the wall, but assuming everything stays the same, 30, 40 years from now, whatever it is, people can come on here and watch me, my family, my wife. If I pass away someday, God forbid tomorrow, or whenever, like, my wife has memories of me. My family has memories of me where I can just chat. I can just chat. I deal with a lot of anxiety. I deal with a lot of that crap. And listening to you, talking to you through the chat, is very therapeutic. And that's another reason why I do these videos. It's therapeutic for my mind when I'm making my own videos. I'm talking through things. I'm figuring them out as I talk. Even if I'm going around a big circle like I am right now, like, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible to just be able to go back, see what I said a month ago, see how I can get better at communicating things, or see how far I came from a year ago, or whatever it is. But that's just my story, Paul, and I wanted to thank you. I can't believe you told me in the chat box that you thought that video would be hard to watch. I'm glad I didn't skip any of it. I watched the entire thing, and I'm glad I stuck around the entire video because, man, that specific section of the video where you were talking about what made you come and why you're here, that was very inspiring to me, and it was just life affirming in a lot of ways too, so thank you. I'm going on about almost 20 minutes here chatting, and yeah. It also doesn't help that you lived in Arizona for a while too. So that was one of the things that got me watching your videos back in the day when you lived here, when you were making those videos, and yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thanks again for your videos, Paul, and your inspiration. I know everyone that, if anyone's watching this video right now, I'm sure that they love you as much as I do, as a person, as a friend of YouTube, and it's great. It's really great, Paul. So thank you, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you in the chat. So take care, Paul, and we'll be catching you on the flip side.